I've waited far too long. I won't wait anymore. I am Phrolova, a musician, a person who was meant to die. I will pour all my loneliness, sorrow, and heart, rending unwillingness into my fingertips, and turn them into a wild elegy. While the crowd still claps or gapes at that elegy's final note, there he stands. You weren't clapping.
Maybe silence is the better way to mourn this elegy.
Not praise, but understanding. That silence pierces through all, hearing what lies buried beneath the notes, the whole village's despair, its wails. In that moment, a heart frozen for a century had a crack chiseled open by a faint light of understanding. For the first time, I poured out the scorched earth and ashes deep within my soul. Once from my bow, flow streams and morning breezes, the town's curling smoke, and Triss's skirt stirring color as she runs through flowers. Until that day, the sky split, and the next second, only silence remained. Only I, a resonance not taken in by death, was left stranded in the time fault. The deaths of people uphold my new life, their wails, fears, despair, like the heaviest reverberations coagulate in my right eye, forever trapped on the beyond. He listens quietly. In the depths of his eyes there lies a despair equal in weight to mine.
If such a world cannot be changed, perhaps we should look for a brand new path, even if it is completely different from the past.
His words are like a beam of light, illuminating the path ahead of me. We made an appointment that at the next concert, he will tell me how to pave the way for that start all over again path. In Tricktown, after I finished playing the last piece, my gaze swept over the empty seats. In Peiro, the rain's rhythm replaces the sound of his footsteps across dozens of countries through dozens of curtain falls. That promised figure remains perpetually absent. Hope, like sand slipping through fingertips, finally drains away in silence. It turns out that starting over was, after all, a path meant for him alone. I won't wait anymore. I will turn the afterworld into the beyond, bring them home. I began to bow to the gods. The indifferent gods remained silent and unresponsive, letting foolish people recklessly seize my flesh and blood as medicine. I asked the crowds, wanting to know if wave-worn phenomenon had ever nurtured special life forms, yet I was mistaken for a lich. A bringer of destruction, I started absorbing everything I'd never known, searching for geniuses that flicker by in the river of time. Across different eras, I lay down again and again on various experimental devices, watching myself decompose, watching myself regenerate. Pain reminds me I'm still trapped in reality, yet it's only in the gaps between agony that I can draw closer to the past. No matter what attempts I make, it doesn't matter, because pain will eventually be forgotten. I no longer run around and plead. Silently, I try again and again on my own, but without exception, I only met with failures. Just failures. Just as I was on the verge of completely sinking into meaningless wandering, the president of Fraxidus brought Triss a phantom, an echo. It doesn't matter. What matters is that Triss is standing in front of me. At that moment, I saw hope. The president saw through my obsession, promised to provide all resources and technologies, promised to truly anchor the afterworld in my eyes. The lingering echoes of my deceased loved ones that have been wailing day and night in my mind and have never found rest into reality. What an enticing bait, I clearly saw through the cold exploitation in his eyes. But so what? At least he gave me a direction, a seemingly accessible ladder to the beyond. I joined the Fraxidus, silently watched the development of human remnant coupling technology and the continuous progress of overclocking technology. I observed the eagerness in the eyes of those who actively sought evolution and witnessed their difficult journey towards a new life. I heard the screams of success and the wails of failure. I didn't care about anything related to the supervisors. All I wanted was to find the ultimate answer to carrying consciousness. However, I was always disappointed, whether it was retroact rain or dark tide. What I wanted was never the technology itself, but the destination that the technology led to the return to the beyond. The power of Leviathan made all this possible, creating an eternal beyond realm, using the power of Leviathan to merge the afterworld. During the mission to awaken the dreamless, he showed up again. How ironic fate is. He forgot our promise, forgot the path of starting over, and even forgot me. He became an unexpected variable in my plan, a partner I had to trust yet watch. I saw him get new companions. Together, they defeated the Dreamless. I saw him assist Jinsi in achieving the second resonance. Until we met again at Rinasita, his eyes were filled with strangeness and wariness. The stable variable in Raguna that Fenrico mentioned was him, but his instability was exactly what my plan required. No one else wanted to separate Imperator and Threnodian as much as he did. So I revealed the truth to show my sincerity, guide him onto the predetermined track, and also towards me. As expected, Threnodian temporarily perished. A girl named Cartathea was saved by him. Fate is truly wonderful. On the path of ascent, our paths were bound to cross. He and Cartathea got into my colleague's script. I was happy to meet him again, and also wonder how he would choose this time. I gave the script a little nudge, revealed its ending. If he killed Lupa before the end, the outcome would change. If he didn't, it would lead to even more dire consequences. How would his wisdom, judgment, and courage guide his choice I was looking forward to? He was going to play the most climactic scene, and he indeed did it. He saved everyone. I got Threnodian Gemstone. We both got what we needed. I finally could complete the fusion of the Beyond. But things didn't go as planned. I had completed the creation of the Beyond, yet Fenrico stole Threnodian Gemstone at the critical moment. Without the power of the Leviathan, the Beyond couldn't merge with the living world. I exhausted all my strength at the last moment to completely seal the door leading there. Sealing off this world drained all my strength. When I was mentally and physically exhausted, my regenerative ability stopped working. The Order's betrayal was like a heavy, sharp steel blade. Each time I endured a strike, I saw more clearly. I couldn't help but move toward the existence of the second blade. For hundreds of years, the cries and pleas of thousands upon thousands of people have echoed in my mind every moment. I can't truly fall. I need his help. He remained as calm, rational, and guarded as ever. Under our shared goal, he chose to form a temporary alliance with me. Though as cold as always, I knew he would protect me. As the fusion with the Beyond drew closer, countless voices flashed through my mind. Time and again, I saw visions of them in moments of crisis. The president tried to persuade me to leave Threnodian Gemstone for Cristoforo first. But even if I were to help them first, the rover would surely stop me. The president also wanted me to trap him in the Beyond permanently. Could I really bring myself to do it? No matter what, he will still come to visit my Beyond. After all, he owes me a promise. After perfectly fusing with the Beyond, I froze. His body pulled him into the Beyond. He saw the me deep in his memories and also learned that he once owed me a promise. Whether it's true or not, it can't change anything. How similar we are, and yet how different. He chose to forget, severing all ties, walking alone into the unknown void. I chose to bear the burden, etching the names from the ashes into my very bones. Even if I'm dragged into the abyss by the Beyond and doomed for eternity, does he think I'm crazy? But isn't the blade of his forgetfulness just another form of extreme obsession? These two divergent paths, one leading to complete annihilation and the other to eternal imprisonment. Who can truly judge which one is more desperate? But the gemstone is no longer in the beyond. We still need to get it back from Fenrico together. To my surprise, it was the lantern left by Imperator that played a crucial role at the critical moment, purifying everything. The glow of the gemstone is within reach. I've waited far too long. I won't wait anymore. I snatched the gemstone, the sword light that broke free from its restraints, carrying a cold air current, rushed towards me as unexpected as it was inevitable. My body was struck by an immense force and sent flying backward. The feeling of weightlessness was so familiar, just like back then. Below was not a cold abyss, but the beyond, a place that carried all my obsessions, a place that I had built with my own hands. The soft light enveloped me like a long-awaited embrace. I took one last look at his astonished face, as if seeing that kindred spirit take one last look at that soulmate who once promised to tell the story of starting over. Triss's laughter came from not far away. All the cries, pleas, and wails turned into real warmth and noise at this moment, wrapping around me tightly. Yes, they were all here. After hundreds of years of struggling, going mad, and searching, I finally went home in this way. The end of the fall into the abyss turned out to be the eternal cage I had woven for myself, and the only place I could return to. I gently left the red spider lily, which embodies all my past, my attachments, and my crazy obsessions on the cold edge of reality before the fall. For him, the rover, you chose to forget and move towards a new life. I chose to remember and sink into eternity. Finally, I can fulfill my promise.